Hello everybody, my name is Tobani Vomindaba and today we are recording this live at ICC, and of course this is the NayFul podcast. I have a great feeling because I'm sitting right next to me is the CEO of the ICT Summit. Tata Kunjani?
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. We just got cut to there because I forgot to record.
No worries.
The technicalities. I was just asking, why did you choose East London and why the ICT Summit?
East London is central, and you're able to get everybody so that the access to the summit is easy for everyone. The first I think 2-3 years, we were in PE at Gqeberha. Then we felt that Gqeberha was not central. I've got a passion of my own about contributing to the development of the eastern part of the Eastern Cape, and the East London at least was that central base.
Yes.
But also with East London, at least you get all the ICT company regional offices that are based this side. Yes.
And so you are like, East London, that's where everyone is coming. Weren't there any kind of qualms with the place, with the venue? Because things like this, like as ICT summits, are usually hosted around Johannesburg and so forth. So wasn't it a challenge pulling this off in the Eastern Cape in East London?
No, I was quite lucky because we got a support base of CEOs that are from the Eastern Cape that were running companies in Johannesburg. So they gave us the support because these things cost money.
Yes.
So they gave us the financial support. But also what had also happened was that in life you must have a drive. When you are young, you have a drive. You see no challenges. I did some maths the other day. I realized that when I started the summit, I was in my early 30s. So I had fire in my bones. I'm in my 50s now, as you can do the maths. So you really leverage on the energy of youth and a sense of thinking what the future would look like. Those years, there was nothing, even something called 4IR. It was just, in fact, it was called communications. But we said, no, we'll call it ICT. And things have even changed now. It's called now digital.
Yes. Now I'm just thinking, and I'm in love with the way that you are talking about it, that out of all the places you chose Eastern Cape, and you brought even the people that are coming from outside, some of the CEOs that are in Johannesburg, to come and kind of like sow into this idea, which really helps and develops a lot of businesses and even brings a lot of people to the East London. But my question maybe is going to be a bit controversial. Why do you think it is that at this time and point we're still struggling as the Eastern Cape to attract such initiatives?
No, I think companies like big areas like Joburg, Durban, Cape Town, because outside of the conference there's nightlife.
Yes.
And some they want to do shopping. Some they want to maybe visit a child that is at school. So you find that Durban, Cape Town, for Gauteng people where these decisions are made is quite easy. So here we may look like we've got limited recreational activities or leisure. Actually, we have got we've got plenty. Just also to your point, the summit is designed to be back to back with Berlin November. Just to prove that plenty.
Now
so
that you
guys,
say it.
Guys stay. I mean, most of the people today from Joburg are leaving tomorrow. They want to enjoy nightlife. Of East London. You probably hear about the jokes that the guys were talking about places to go to. So that also contributes to it. But also just the stereotypes about certain provinces is also a problem. Where you said the provinces as being inferior.
Yeah, I love that. Now let's put the ICT Summit aside. Utata Mfuleni, Gubani, and what does he enjoy to do outside umsebenzi?
Oh, photography. I'm a safari photographer.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm a
you would have never
safari.
expected that.
I'm a safari photographer. That's my hobby. So I go to game farms. I go to places. I've got tons of lenses, camera lenses.
Really?
I was looking at some of the cameras now, and people
These are small boys, though.
yeah, no, but you can fit the heads
Yes.
and then play with them. So I do safari photography, and so my vision is to put together a coffee table of all the pictures I've personally taken. Then it can hopefully be sold in bookshops.
Bookshops.
I've taken some nice photos.
Really?
Very rare photos. So that's what I do. And outside of that, I read quite a bit. Spend a lot of time reading. At least when I travel, I always buy 1 or 2 books. You can even see me now walking. I picked up magazines.
Got magazines.
Sometimes you don't read them like paragraph, but you just consume information because it's powerful. Mostly when you are in conference content creation, you really need to understand what's happening and have a picture. Then I'm a single father. I look after 2 beautiful girls. They lost their mom. I lost my wife last year. So that kind of keeps me busy off work time. And then I do a lot of mentorship engagements, making myself available to talk to young people initiatives. So this is something I'm passionate about.
Wow.
So yeah.
I love that. Actually, it's just like it's like you've read my mind, because I was going to ask, you said something while we were talking about the ICT Summit, that you started this while you were in your early 30s. And what advice would you give to a young person listening to the NayFul podcast? Most of the viewers and the listeners of the NayFul podcast, they are young people that maybe has a great idea and is struggling to start, and perhaps maybe is feeling a bit discouraged. What would you say to that person watching at home and thinking of starting something, but is like, perhaps maybe this idea is not even valid? What would you say to them?
Don't choke. Don't choke. Don't think you can't do it. Ideas are valid. Ideas are valid. And maybe it starts at the point that says all of us are valid as individuals. And we may not be from backgrounds that are established. I mean, my mother was a domestic worker. My father was a security guard. So I'm not coming from a family of learned parents. No, I mean, the TV, a proper TV in my family, I bought it when I was working. Our sister bought us a small black and white TV. We couldn't really afford, but it's a drive in life and wanting to live a life that's purposeful, in doing what you want, being authentic. Think about it. When I built the ICT Summit, I didn't see 17 years of the summit. I saw a concept. But I knew that I must grow with this concept in an organic way. So you learn the pitfalls of it. So you must just do it and don't want it to be perfect the same time.
From the start.
I mean, that's not normal. I mean, Elon Musk will tell you that. You remember what happened with Mark Zuckerberg with Metaverse?
Metaverse, yes.
It was a disaster.
Failure, yes.
Did you close down the business?
Not at all.
And it was not it was an expensive disaster.
An expensive failure, yes.
An expensive failure. So that's the reality of life. You then say, okay, let me try something new. That's life. You know the story with Elon Musk.
Yes.
His first thing crashed dismally. The ones after that, they did very well. It's just a reality of life. I mean, we do, even you may think that we are very networked. We still have people, we still have doors banged on our faces. But we must persevere.
Keep on knocking. Up until that doors But
what helps though, it's important to come to places like this. Like I've met you guys now.
Yeah.
So now you become top of mind in my list of, because sometimes this side Keith is top of mind.
Yes.
So it's now you've met me. We exchange numbers. Maybe you know that I'm in the board of CIFA and CEDA. I'm in the board of Islamic IDs. And then he says, You want something there, but you want advice. So that connection, that contact is able to also lead you. So if you really want to grow, connect with people, go to places, meet people. Sometimes, even for me, you get out of your comfort zone.
So exactly. That's true, because you meet people like myself also who are introverted, and you just like to be in your space.
Come in.
So Ngoko, when you have to come and be here, you feel a bit awkward.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it really comes with the drive that you want to become something.
Sometimes that's my weakness. I become introverted. So remember, this is my work. So when I get home, I take off the tie, then I get into my space, and I sometimes think I'm introverted. But when I'm on stage, I think
flip the switch.
So, but people like you and me, we have to do it. You know, we have to So you must do it, because networking creates opportunities.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Radaman, for your time. And I would like to invite you for an official episode.
Definitely.
I think that there is more to hear from you, wisdom-wise, even in terms of the work that you're doing.
Yes.
And it's not the first time seeing you. I've been seeing you coming and videoizing and working in different events. And when you talk, I hear that there's a lot that we can get out of this.
Thank you.
Man. So thank you so much, Zara, for giving us your time. And we hope that we can get you on the NayFul podcast. Sit down. We have a studio, SSM, Tanzania, that we're still trying to establish. Maybe you'll be able to then see the full facility. We're actually launching on the 15th
of December.
Where the podcast just reached 1,000 subscribers.
Thanks, Mchan. I'm going to give you my number. You must have my number, ne? Then maybe we must just
communicate,
collaborate with contacts.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys.
From me, Tobano Fumindaba, it has been beautiful. We are at the ICT Summit and we are closing. Siyabulela Tatoman. Spend a stibane for the full episode.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.